So the final topic we'd like to just quickly look at here in banking is really something that you guys should do. If you're going to have a bank account, we should take a look every once in a while. We'll see this when we get to credit cards, but it's really important for you to actually pay attention to your bank statements, to be able to see the activity going on in your accounts, so that you are fully aware of everything that's happening in your bank account. Um, Usually at this point, a lot of it is done electronically, but some of you may opt to get statements mailed to you, paper statements. A lot of banks at this point will just either email it to you or post it all online, and then you can go and download a bank statement anytime you need it. Usually they'll prepare them for the month. So maybe this is what a sample one could look like. Usually what they'll have is they'll at least show you what the balance was on the account by whenever the date was, the statement was drafted. And they'll show you all of the different transactions that happened in your accounts. Checks that were written, ATM withdrawals, purchases that were made using like maybe your debit card, any checks that were deposited, so maybe paychecks or other checks that you received, and they'll show you all the activity that's been registered in your bank account. But you are also keeping track of, hopefully, a lot of the transactions happening in your bank account in your check register. All the checks that you write, any deposits you make, right? These are your records. Now, it is very possible that when you get the bank account statement in the mail or online, whenever you download it, it is possible that, let's say for the sake of argument, that this particular bank statement says, yep, the balance in your account is $5,884 and change. But then you look at your check register and say, those balances don't agree. Is money missing from my account? Is the bank not doing its job? It's very possible that the balance reported on your monthly bank statement could be different than what's on your check register. And I guess the question is why? There are a number of reasons as to why, in theory, you and your bank disagree as to how much money should be in your bank account. Here are a couple of the reasons as to why this could be the case. Really what it comes down to is the fact that you have done things to your account that you have not told the bank about, and it's possible that the bank has done things to your account that the bank hasn't told you about, right? So we really need to keep track of, and we need to reconcile what you believe to be true about your account and what the bank believes to be true about your account. So it's possible that since the bank drafted your statement, that you wrote new checks, right? So in theory, you've spent money since the bank drafted your statement. Perhaps you made deposits. Maybe you put money into your account and you deposited checks, but the checks haven't cleared yet, right? In your mind, you believe that you earned your paycheck, for April 1st, but the bank hasn't cleared that check yet with your employer. It's also possible that the bank will do things to your account, but not necessarily tell you. They'll just put it on your statement. So for example, if the bank charged you fees, maybe there was a monthly maintenance fee, or you bounced a check, or some other fee happened, the bank will charge you fees, but they don't call you and tell you that you're going to get fees. They just put it on your statement. Every month, perhaps in maybe a savings account, or if you have an interest-bearing checking account, perhaps the bank added interest to your account. Again, they just put it as another line on your bank statement. They don't call you. They don't mail you a check for your interest. They just put it on your statement. So these are some of the reasons as to why it's possible that when you get a bank statement, that your balance, the balance that the bank believes is in your account, may be different than what your check register says, what you believe to be true. So we have to, and it's a good idea periodically, usually once a month, to be able to reconcile these two statements, your bank statement and your check register. This is called bank reconciliation. It's more often and more commonly known as balancing your checkbook. And it's possible that your parents may do this, or that you've heard people talk about balancing your checkbook. It is not complicated once you kind of understand what's going on. When you kind of get the hang of it, this could take you 15 minutes at the end of the month just to make sure that everything is okay in your bank statement. This could be a little confusing. So the first time we do this, we're going to walk through one together. I've already posted a file for you to maybe play with on Classroom. And in the next portion of this video, I'd like you to walk through doing this with me. I'm going to ask you to maybe have open the file that I'm going to send to you and open up the video as well and kind of bounce back and forth between the video as I'm kind of talking you through the steps, and go back to the bank statement and do some things to it and come back and forth. Okay, so what I want to explain now is going to be the process for how do I reconcile my bank account? How do I balance my checkbook?